Back here with some Amara. I've revamped how I'm playing the character. I was messing around with some cool loot last time and some elemental damage, but really, guys, Amara seems to be all about running gun and speed. So I created a build that maximizes skill cooldown, well, I think it's pretty close to maxed out on my current loadout. I guess I'll start with the gear. We're actually featuring a nicely rolled binary Wester gun with 250% bonus damage after Phasecast. So this is one of our featured items. I just like how the damage and also the fact that this one has a pretty large magazine. And this gun is just a little bit easier to hip fire. I was also using a Maggie Anointed, which is right here. But console play and my lack of Twitch shooting skill, so to speak, you know, this is not my preferred way to play. I can shoot, but it takes a little bit for me to get going, and you know, especially after a long day at work, I'm not really up for Twitch shooting. So I'm going with the Wester gun, and in practice, it's actually a little bit more viable. It can damage multiple enemies more easily, and that helps overall. Plus, I have cryo or fire. If I need to get rid of some yellow bar, I can switch to cryo. Now, some other things about the build that I'm enjoying. I have this Big Pharma recharger. This is really crucial, guys. Really important for the build. Hey, welcome to the video. I actually was just getting into my loadout for this build, which features super high cooldown reduction and Phasecast spamming. So I've completely changed how I'm playing Amara, and just running through Ambermire, it plays a lot better than what I was doing before. I'm primarily going to be using this binary Wester gun. I am using this Big Pharma recharger, which is really important. If you can get one of these shields, I also got the Anointed Siren version, which is really cool. Because again, remember, I'm proccing my action skill like every 5 seconds, roughly. So this is going to be activated a lot. So that really does help. In addition, we are also running a ghast call for some DPS and some yellow bar management, so that I can get rid of armor stacks a little bit more effectively. And it's just a great grenade. If you have a ghast call, get a ghast call. Get a freaking ghast call. Now, the 2 pieces of gear, right now I'm using these because of the cooldown rolls, but I have this Berserker Rush, which also has movement speed and cooldown on it. Beautiful. And then I am using this class mod just because it rolled max action skill cooldown rate. It did roll some other handling modifiers, not really damage, but I actually am incorporating this class mod with its blue tree stats into my skill loadout. So that's the gear basics. We are then going over to the tree. Of course, Mystic Assault is going to be our primary focus here. We have Phasecast in this tree as well, of course. So I naturally got fast hands maximized. I want that reload speed to be massive. We are highly mobile, but we need that continued sustain fire. So I just decided to go for it and max this out. I can also swap to a different weapon if I really need it when I'm in, you know, fight for my life, if that ever does happen. So it helps. And I'm going with actually do harm because we are an action skill focused build. So basically, I kill people with the Wester gun, and then I use this when I use my action skill. Upon activation, my action skill is more powerful, 5.9% per stack. We're then also going with Transcend. we are again amplifying damage around when action skill is being used. As you can really just see, we're amplifying how frequently I am buffing damage around my action skill activation. So we're also, of course, we're going max action skill cooldown, and we're doing Ascendant, and I'll show you why we're doing that for the Revelation buff. We're doing Laid Bare because we want increased damage from all sources. Grenade and gun, thank you very much. And gun damage. So again, I didn't really need my class mod to buff my damage as much as just picking the right skills. We have Awakening. We are increasing when I have rush stacks. So it is what it is there. This is really right here. This helps so much with the damage because I need all the help I can get on offense. And this helps just when I kill somebody, an extra homing projectile goes out. And we're actually dealing with the shock damage variant, not corrosive. I feel like the shock does a better job through shielding, which helps me get to the health bar more quickly. If I do corrosive, it doesn't seem to be quite as... what's the word I'm looking for? Well, there are some enemies that just have like raw corrosive resistance. Some of the dinos have corrosive resistance. Shock has fewer enemies are resistant to shock is basically what I'm trying to say. I could change this, but for now we're doing shock. And of course we're going with Avatar. We get another cast of my action skill, which means that if I so desire, if I really needed to, I could throw it out twice. And it refunds half of my rush stacks if I kill an enemy. So, I mean, this is just like, I'm spamming the shit out of my action skill sort of thing. Now, I actually might not require Avatar because my cooldown's so good, but honestly, the freedom to have that skill, like, I can do double tap, and then I can cast it again, like, 5 seconds later. So, really, I'm casting it, like, 3 times. I could be casting it 3 times every 10 seconds. Just to give you an idea. Oh, sorry. And we're also going to the green tree. We're going for some tankiness. I wanted to buff my max health all the way to absorb a little bit more damage upon shield break. Samsara, of course. We're doing Helping Hands, of course, because I'm activating action skill all the time. I'm doing Vigor because we are highly mobile, and I want to be mobile. I don't want to be stationary with this build. I'm running around like crazy. And then I put just 2 more points into Mindfulness. Again, we got some survivability and some movement speed. Alright, that's it. I'm going to get my ass whooped probably. Let's go find out. These guys can be really annoying with the ghosts. I'm not sure. I'm going to throw out a grenade. Alright, he's dead. See, I'm doing respectable damage from a throw out a grenade. I can run away because of my additional speed, which I will... Whoa, I'm stuck! Whoa, nice bug, Gearbox. Nice bug. Oh my god. Like, that's pretty good damage for no actions, for no class mod assistance. You see how I'm super mobile and I can still maintain pretty good damage. Ooh, a Searing Nemesis. I have not found the Searing variant before. That might be kind of cool, actually. I've only found that gun like 3 times, and the other 2 are corrosive. Oh, what do I do, man? What do I do? Don't want to get rid of this, because it has some great buffs for Jacob's weapon crit and some other damage, 5 grenade capacity. No. Holy moly. I was going to get rid of this. This grenade is kind of cool, but it's also kind of useless. It basically is a rubberized grenade that has healing on it as well. So all of these can heal me if someone steps on them. And I was thinking I might want to try and keep this for the raid. But, I don't know. It's a little bit iffy. Because the chance that someone runs over all of the mines is low. It's a cool idea in practice, but, man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of rubberized grenades, so I think I'm actually going to get rid of it. What did I have here before? I think I had... Well, actually, I probably had this. No, I had gas call. What am I doing? I had gas call. Yes. I do want that fire nemesis. Get rid of that grenade. Wait, where is it? Here we go. Hasta la vista. Or I can get rid of my shield. Getting rid of the grenade. I do like it, but I'm saying goodbye. Alright, fire nemesis collected. Very good. Alright, let's continue. Fucking missed both of them. Throw out a grenade or two. My action skill will be back shortly. There we go. We're sped up. Nice. Alright. Whatever. Just proccing everything.
Already forgot about
Fine. Gotta love the Western gun, man. It's a great item for a build like this. Yeah. And we get to move on to our next area. Here we go. Here we go.
Enemy ahead.
Gonna throw one out just in case. Throw one out just in case. Okay, freaking survived that? What the heck? Yeah, there we go. This is much better. I love that knock-up effect, man. It's so cool.
Crystalline structure.
Basically,
Crystals resonate.
death to any normal minion.
No more glow.
Look at that combo. I love it. Knock him up, shoot him down.
Irene says stop it.
Get a gas call out. Get a gas call out. Can't catch me, you stupid ghosts. No. Can't friggin' catch me.
Give pedals. No.
Yes. This is what I call Amara. This is freaking awesome.
Time for a fight. Get stopped, heretic! Just hold right there! I'm just too good. Shade! Victory is mine!
I think I killed everything in this area. Yeah. Maybe I should go to Athenas. See, well, Athenas is going to be a little tough with those nice elemental enemies. Let's see how I can handle the gas call might help though. The gas call is like a godsend. I need the damage, so I'm going full meta basically. You know, no silly grenades, no joke grenades. I mean, I really do need the damage. Okay. I love the movement speed though. It's so awesome. This is like a Call of Duty Amara build. I mean, there are better shooters out there, better aimers than me, but I still think that the double Wester gun in particular, binary Wester gun, is really one of the best choices for this build. It has a little bit of splash damage. It has great overall damage. If you get an anointed like this one, you're set for this build. This is really what's making this possible right now. Incendiary. I'm probably gonna have some natural flamethrower badasses. We'll see.
What do we have here? Love an extra set of hands. Wasted my
Woo! Whoa, that shield was very powerful. Oh, okay. There's our first badass, and he's taking a beating. Alright. So I was a little bit worried about. These guys are just very tanky. So I might switch to like my Maggie here. Or just that. Hang on. It takes a little bit of time to get those guys down, but not terrible. I'm able to at least face tank them, so that's pretty cool. I think we're nerfed on damage too this run. Let me just double check that. Skill damage and cooldown rate, that's a buff, but minus gun damage, minus incendiary. Oh yeah, we're L and enemy, look at that. Shield and health, yeah, we're nerfed here. But yeah, we're still clearing them pretty well. Pretty good. That's pretty good nerf damage. That's not bad. Because these guys are some of the meatiest characters in the game, so, you know. That's pretty good. Damn. Yeah. I approve.
This is your end.
See, the Maggie's another choice for this build, as I was telling you. But I'm, you know, a little bit, I'm not the best shooter in the world, I'm okay. The Maggie requires a little bit more skills. It'd be cool if you could do the Berserker Rush with, like, meleeing objects in the world. That would be so cool. But you have to melee enemies.
My lucky day!
Always useful.
Oh, there we go. Maggie time. Maggie time.
That one needed more training.
Yeah. This is too much fun. This is out. Nerf damage, and look at how viable it is. I mean, I haven't been downed once in this run. That's how viable this build is. It's crazy. And again, it is somewhat gear dependent, so you know, I have some good clearing items, right? I have a great shield. You do want the recharge, or I feel like that recharge ability on it is really crucial. Again, that just gives you one more wave of your shield. That's very important. And of course, a gas call, something of a good grenade. This is just a great build. But you want that action skill cooldown as much as you can handle.
Yeah, I could use the practice.
Oops. A clean miss.
Hold them off for me.
Oh, thanks. I got mail. Oh. You got a worse version of what I'm using. Great. Pretty much. Oh, Private Beans is strong. Private Beans is fighting off his own gun pretty well.
That's all you've got.
Just drop shittier versions of it.
You wanna go? Ooh, needed the break.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is my favorite mobbing build right now. It's way too much fun. You play like a freaking Call of Duty character, and you're just constantly running around like crazy. And really, the survivability and the damage combination are what make this so good. I can run and gun, I can get up in people's faces, and I can survive most encounters, as you're seeing. So it's just a really good build overall. The only downside, a little bit lacking on raw damage. It has enough damage, like you saw. I was on nerf damage. I was still doing decent damage on those heavy units, but there are some higher DPS alternatives that could still probably break through the heavies more frequently. So, you know, take that for what it is, too.
Child. Shame. dangerous.
But the real key is I have all the elements really covered. Shock, corrosive, and fire. All in the same build. And all really at the same time in combat. Shock, corrosive, fire. That's how you win this game. You have to have all three. Or you use Moe's at the center. You know, non-grenade spam builds, you need all the elements on your side. Maggie! When in doubt, use the frickin' Maggie. Shit, I missed.
Helping hand. I'm protected. I'm down for a brawl.
I wonder how it would do against Tron. I don't know how good. It's... the Maggie might be able to help actually quite a bit. Give my hand friggin'
Crystals to crack.
I'll have carpal tunnel by the time this friggin' stream is over. Oh, wait, is that a better one than I have? I have the exact, no, I have the exact same one. I always get the, that one. That's really low, that is super low damage, look at that. That is interesting. No. Wait, there's, oh no, that's that gun, okay. More terror skulls, which don't do a lot of damage. Tron battle. Man. Nerf Tron, nonetheless. This is probably gonna stink. Oh yeah, it's still there. Boy. 20 damage guns, additional health and shield, less incendiary. But the shock is a little bit better. Let's see what we can do. It's gonna take a while. There we go. There we go. Well, for uber nerfed, I'll say, yeah, that's good. Yeah, man, that is, that's it. That's absolutely it. I'm actually just gonna switch out, I'm gonna put the Maggie there, actually. What will I put there? I don't even know. Maybe a brainstormer. I'll do that one. I'll put the Maggie here. Actually, I'm probably better off with the Lucians. It doesn't really matter. You know, I could do a conference call, I could do a Kill the Wisp. Kill the Wisp is pretty cool. And actually, it might be decent with this build style. Because if I'm just running around casting both, that's actually an interesting idea. Because this is slow moving and my action skill is fast. Test it against some enemies that aren't necessarily vulnerable to shock and see if it can still hurt them. So the combo is I'll throw out an action skill, I'll throw out my 2 rounds of the Will of the Wisp, and then I'll, you know, do another action skill and repeat. Like that. Where, oh, what am I doing? Okay, brain work, thank you. Holy cow.
A fight? For me? Oh, you shouldn't have.
That's my theory, at least. We're so damage nerfed here, it's ridiculous. I need the fire. There we go. Thank you, gas call. Stupid ghosts, man.
Talk to the hand. Ready for a fight. Let's show 'em what we got. Out of grenades.
When in doubt, go cryo.
Armed and dangerous. Child's play.
Look at that freeze rate. It's amazing. And that, guys, that is my Phasecast tomorrow. On Ultra Nerf damage, we were still able to clear stuff out pretty effectively. I give this build my personal seal of approval. And it's a damn good time. It really is a damn good time. Some of the things to just remember, keep in mind. Oh, they changed on us. Less shock damage. Okay, but even so, you saw throughout the night we were doing good damage. It is a fairly gear dependent build. You need some good anointed items. A Maggie is a great choice. This binary Wester gun with the Phasecast is probably one of the best in slots for a build like this because it's large magazine, mobile, elemental damage, and even splash damage, so hip firing is more doable. And anything to avoid having to ADS is actually a good thing. So you can see the enemies and not have to aim down the side. It takes time. So yeah. I was messing around with this. Honestly, whatever. You can really use whatever you want. If it's a good item on Phasecast or action skill completion, try it out. But again, the little trick for me, this shield must have a recharger. And if you can have the anointed version like mine, even better. But if not, even just having a regular recharger is great with that broken recharge skill. That is so important. And mine also has the health regeneration as well, which can't hurt. So, and then make sure you have a gas call or some form of corrosive damage so you can get rid of those stupid armored enemies. Unless you're going corrosive on your weapon, but I usually find the gas call is like the perfect grenade for this game because it takes care of the armored enemies while your guns can do the health damage. So that's why I'm also using my action skill with shock. I'm keeping that the way it is because, you know, that initial Nova will erase all shields on the field, and that's good. So I can get right to business. I can throw out my grenade, or I can use my Wester gun or my Maggie, and that's it. That's the whole thing. But for me, I really was trying to buff survivability. And I actually, again, this max health mod, I went with that instead of the regen. And I felt like this just helps soak up, you know, some of those heavier hits that you may get when your shield actually does end up breaking. This just helps keep that and prevent you from hitting zero, because regen only goes so far. If you get hit with a really powerful attack, the regen won't really mitigate it. So I went with the max health, and seems to be working pretty well for me. So you do want some of these survivability choices, but again, I'm going down the blue tree, which I know a lot of people aren't really fond of the blue tree, but guys, for a build like this where I'm spamming my action skill, you have to use blue tree. You got to use mystical assault. You get this in here, and then you can cast it twice. I mean, it's great. I think this is a great tree, honestly. This has so much combat potential. I don't know, man. And, you know, for example, like I could have gone with From Rest. No. I'd rather something that shoots for me. So this little orb, this does damage on my behalf. I don't have to worry about hitting the enemy with my shots. This thing will come out, Remnant will come out, and it'll hit something out in the field while I'm running away at higher speeds, right? And also, that speed, don't overlook that. The mobility is actually part of my defense. So, don't overlook that. I do have this Berserker Rush. It's actually pretty good. You saw how fast I was running around. It also helps when you're getting away from the stupid ghosts. So, for the meta right now, this sort of artifact is really good. And I mean, I rolled the double movement speed and the cooldown. This is a great... Oh, good. Sorry, excuse me. It's getting late. I have to go to sleep in a bit. Yeah, guys, this is my build. And if I can find a better class mod with the 31 cooldown on it, I might switch over to that and get another legendary ability. But on the plus side, this one did roll with some utility here. Fast Hands and Transcend. Now, these aren't bad. 45% crit. I mean, this is damage right here. That's not bad. I have 45% crit damage all the time. Like, I'll never not have 45% crit damage. And, like, you know, I'm going to just have a buffed action skill. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. Cyclone signing out. See you next time.